How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the Great Ace Attorney Resolve Blind.
That's a thumbnail right there.
So, last time, Albert Hairbrain approached the bench and basically is giving us a really tough decision to make. He wants to basically protect his hypothesis by pleading guilty to the freaking murder, because he doesn't want everybody to, like, be able to examine his work. And it'll basically screw.
So he would rather go to jail.
Yeah.
than...
So we are now facing a dilemma where, as his defense, we can either expose his project and betray his trust, or betray his trust by sending him to jail.
There's no winning here.
So honestly, I think in the spirit of being a defense attorney, the best thing to do would be to say, yeah, it was a trick. I was about to say it's a bullshit. Because if we say the other thing, then it's basically going to be like, yeah, he's going to jail. So, I'm sorry, it was a trick.
I mean, personally, I think we should just say fuck it and send him to jail.
Alright, that's not a response. No, I can't say it. My client places faith in me. I can't just let him down. What are we trying? We don't
Ryunosuke
want to
is
send
like,
him to
what
jail
the
then?
fuck do I even do?
What must I give up on? Not the... Is this going to be Shams? What must I give up on? It's not the question you have to ask yourself here. It's what can I protect? So... You...
What the fuck?
What? Why is she here?
What the hell?
When did you get a flight back to... Or flight? When the hell did you take a boat back here?
Clearly she fucking walked across the ocean, first of all. Second of all, what are you doing here?
I think it was, what, 6 months ago that she left? Well, I guess that's realistic. She could have come back.
Oh, this must be a flashback.
But then why is she saying it's been far too long?
This has to be...
Where did you come
because she's appearing in his brain. I don't know.
Okay, this is so weird.
Because there's no way she's like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Also, that gasp that I just had, just now was so genuine.
Yeah. Okay, I was expecting her to show up. I thought she was going to be saved till like case 5.
I know.
Damn, okay, well.
I think because she's not wearing all the getup that I'm like expecting her to be wearing in the second game, that I'm like, oh, this has to be a hallucination.
I'm hallucinating, or this is a flashback. You're not real.
Yeah, I'm hallucinating right now. She's not real. Let me.
I don't know
okay.
Susato. I only know a tomato, and you're not.
I don't know no Susato.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
bitch.
now you can be
All right.
Susato.
Yay, tomato.
Tomato.
Okay.
Hello again, Mr. Naruhodo. It's been far too long.
Darling,
Surprised to
I'm
see
so
me,
glad
are
to
you?
be back.
Susato, you motherfucker, get over here.
Susato-san! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, I didn't get to
She's
read.
angry. I'm dead.
Your Honor. Ah!
Your Honor, I'm broken.
First Susato takedown in 6 months. Okay, well, so she is actually here.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
There will be time to talk later, Mr. Naruhodo. For now, we must concentrate on the task at hand.
Explain!
I'm trying so hard to make my voice like pick up in the mic when it's so quiet.
Which is working out not what I have to give up. What? Which is working out not what I have to give up on, but what I can protect.
Bro, my head trauma is crazy right now.
Okay, she's here. Professor Hairbrain. Yes? Yesterday, you told me that science is the pursuit of truth. Well, my job is to pursue the truth, too. Yes, of course. And personally, I believe...
He's like, I'm fucked.
...that you didn't stab Mr. Osmond. I think you've come to realize something yourself, too, haven't you? That your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable. The truth behind that is what we must both pursue now. What? Also, I realized too, like, if we decide to protect his hypothesis and he went to jail for murder, that means the actual murderer still gets to walk free, so.
Oh, what the fuck?
Gotcha.
So we're still losing.
Yeah, so like. So, you finally open your fucking eyes. What?
Pardon me?
And as for you, Albert, you can't ignore this any longer.
Don't tell me what to do.
Having heard my learned friend's assertion, don't you have something to say? Aberfraud?
No.
Barack! Lord Von Zeeks. Hi.
Gosh, I've never heard him speak that way before.
My breakdown.
Oh yeah,
In
that's really
truth,
crazy.
there is one thing. Something I've remembered that's of relevance. What?
Cauliflower snaps.
On the day it happened, just before I began the experiment, I saw a man near the stage. He said my head looked like popcorn. A man holding that crossbow. I beg your pardon. Why did you not... Oh wait, never mind. He just said he remembered it. Not that he was hiding it. What the hell, dude?
You were like, what the fuck?
Professor! Did the man have any distinguishing features? What did he look like? It was a man, so that means...
Well, I guess it's good that we fucking chose this option, because otherwise we would have just sent him to jail.
I feel like it was probably scripted. But
yeah.
This is reassuring, though. If it was a man, that means it couldn't have been Madame Tossbells. I'd be so upset if it was her.
That is true,
If
actually.
she's like the murderer.
Yeah, she's so hot.
That's so shallow.
Dude, you can't go to jail. You're so sexy.
Taller than me and thinner than me, with straight hair, straighter and whiter than me. Straighter than me. I'm not straight. Let me see.
What the fuck?
One less lens than me, too. A monocle. A rather stylish black monocle. Wait, a monocle?
Wait, wasn't the dude that died having a...
never
what the
mind.
fuck? That was not English. Didn't the guy that... Oh,
Never mind. I thought he had a monocle for some reason.
Yeah, I thought he
No,
did
none
too.
of these other people have monocles either. Did he have a monocle in the image?
Yeah, I thought he
No?
did.
Okay, never mind.
Oh.
I'm just hallucinating. I'm just pulling shit out of my ass.
Everything's... Everything's
A black monocle. But one thing in particular will help to positively identify the man. You see, I know him very well. His name is Barack. After all, he's the engineer who built my invention. What? He built the machine? That's
Built?
right. Mr. Osmond introduced him to me a year ago. We're getting another person?
Damn.
He's a man by the name of Enoch Drebber.
Wait, isn't that someone we've
Enoch
seen?
Drebber? Wait a minute, I wasn't supposed to voice the magician. I'm only voicing this guy.
Oh, that's okay, I forgot.
Does this mean that no? Members of the jury seem flustered, and me too. So Enoch Drebber, I've seen what he looks like, and he has a really cool design. That's the only thing I know.
I thought for some reason we've had an Enoch in previous cases, but maybe...
No, he hadn't been introduced
Hallucinating.
Not a name by any scientist wishes to hear. That man's an abomination.
Yeah.
This is you.
I just put a bunch of noodles in my mouth, sorry.
Hey, I'm only going to do juror number 4.
Not a name any conjurer wishes to hear either.
Magic Man. Who on earth is he?
Magic Man. Magic Mike.
I'm afraid this isn't the first tale of this nature that I've heard in scientific circles in connection with that name. There's talk of other flamboyant experiments that turn out to be nothing but stage trickery in the end. Obviously, the rascal is after the government's research grant money.
Anyways, I'm gonna blow everyone up now.
I'm rigging a bomb.
Oh god. When magicians are in need of money, I have heard that. Oh my god. Of them resorting to these underhand tactics.
What?
Some acquaintances of mine with experience of such things have mentioned Enoch Drebber's name before.
The man is both an engineer and a magician. Yes, we're dealing with an unparalleled confident trickster here. That's Enoch Drebber for you. Damn, I'm surprised we're getting a new person this late in the case.
I love when we get these random fucking, like, why did we do this? Where everyone's like, fucking SVU Special Victims Unit. Boom, boom.
Boom. So yeah, it was the guy. Alright, now we get sad music. So it's true then. My invention,
I'm going to jail.
my great machine, was just a grand illusion.
Everything's a hallucination in this episode. That's the name of the episode, guys. A
Hallucination.
hallucination.
Considering what we just heard about Mr. Drebber's character, I'm sorry to say that sounds increasingly likely. Even though no one else believed it, I wanted to. I wanted to believe that machine would function exactly as my hypothesis predicted.
He's taking this better than I thought he would.
Yeah, which is why you were so opposed to it being investigated, I presume. I knew that if the machine was examined in detail, its construction would give away my hypothesis. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen, but at the same time, I knew that if it was found to be nothing more than a trick, than a work of deception, then everything I'd worked towards, all my research, all my dreams, my whole life would be over. I was terrified at the prospect. So you really had no idea then, did you? About the true nature of the machine that was built? And the true nature of Mr. Drebber? I never questioned anything. I didn't want to question it.
Isn't the whole point of being a scientist is you question everything, you dumb idiot?
Yeah, really. It's entirely possible that Mr. Osmond and Mr. Drebber were working together to use you as a means to fraudulently acquiring the research grant money.
Gasp.
I can't believe you'd say that to me.
Ah! When I announced my invention to the crowds that day, it was the finest moment of my career.
And also the worst.
I pulled all the levers and turned all the dials in exactly the way Trevor had described, and I hoped it killed him. When the smoke suddenly started billowing out, I panicked. I didn't know what was happening. And then he said, I'm gonna get shot out of this thing.
And then he did.
And then Andrew the screwdriver levitated and stabbed him.
I forgot about Andrew.
But I really don't know how the whole illusion was made to work. I don't know anything anymore.
You're right, you're right.
And neither do we, buddy. Now step off the stand.
He's like, damn, I really don't give a fuck.
Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor.
Are you dumb?
Do you now consent to the prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? That's a long-ass name.
That was really long.
Yes, please go ahead.
Nor.
I'm very sorry. I'm a freaking fraud. Damn, feels like the end of a case, even though it's not.
Susato's like, damn, I'm glad I could show up for 5 minutes.
Yeah, what the hell? It would appear that we shall have to suspend the proceedings for the remainder of the day now.
So we're doing a second investigation, basically?
Yeah, that's rare. Because we never, I don't think every
I think
single
the
case
last time
in
that
the first
happened
game-
was like when we did the fucking,
I'm pretty sure
Isn't
every
that in the
single
first
case that
game?
we've had. No, I think every single case in the first game and the cases up to this point have all been either trial only or investigation and trial, but not like a part 2 to those.
Really?
It's always been like day 1 trial and day 1 investigation. We never had a second day, I don't think.
Huh.
Unless maybe the
feel like-
5th case, but I feel like that didn't happen.
I'm trying to think about not the first game of this. I'm talking about like, you know, main game, like trilogy. For some reason, I thought there was a dual day investigation.
Oh, in the trilogy, there's several. There's some that
Yeah.
went for 3 days.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out because I was like, I feel like this isn't the first time this has happened. But yeah, in this game, I think, yeah.
Yeah, multiple days is common in the main series, but in this one, not really. Lord Von Zeeks. My lord. The court has newly been made aware of another party whose involvement in this matter is critical. Yes, Doctor, Mr. Gerber.
He's a doctor now.
Gather information about the man. If possible, I should like him served with a subpoena.
Ooh, a fancy word, subpoena.
With pleasure, my lord. Can we
I
meet your
don't. I
apprentice,
think that's
please?
the first time we've ever heard subpoena in a
I
fucking
think
Ace
they've only
Attorney
used.
game.
Yeah, I think they've only used that word maybe like not even 5 times in the entire series.
Why'd you have to take that away from me? I was making it sound like this is the first
Nah,
time they've done it.
I think the original judge has said it before.
Damn it.
Counsel for the defense. Yes, my lord.
What, my lord?
When we reconvene, I shall be looking for one thing and one thing alone from you: to do your job.
Oh.
Evidence that the defendant is innocent of the crime for which he presently stands accused.
Dude, my tummy is full of soup right now.
Wow. I understand. Good. In that case, this court is adjourned until tomorrow morning.
I also am getting that thing, you know, like that happens all the fucking time we record where my throat is just making some wild ass noises because I ate soup. I ate ramen. 25th.
23rd October, 1:36 p.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber.
What's up, popcorn?
Cauliflower. Mr. Naruhodo.
Mr. Naruhodo,
yes?
what the fuck?
I'm so sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I tricked you. You trusted me. I dragged you into my mess. How did it ever come to this?
Bro, he's hitting the Natsume
I'm
right now.
so sorry. Do you really have no idea, Professor? About what Mr. Trevor was really up to, I mean? About what he was really constructing? Naturally. That machine was the embodiment of my hypothesis, of all my hopes and dreams. I had complete faith in it. Alright. In that case, I won't say anymore. Now, sadly, the murder accusation against you still stands. So we must do as much investigation as we can before the trial resumes tomorrow. Of course it's tomorrow. Fuck. Well, thank you for doing so much for me. Yeah, sure, pal.
Hello,
Oh my god,
beautiful.
why the fuck is she here?
I'm so sorry for arriving late this morning, Mr. Naruhodo.
I wish I never arrived at all.
What the fuck?
Arriving late?
didn't you receive my postcard? I wanted to let you know when I'd arrive.
Postcard? What postcard? Oh, here you go.
I threw it away.
Great.
I hid it from you, Bruno, so it would be a surprise.
Can I read it now?
No.
Well, did it work?
Yeah, I actually did.
Yeah,
I was surprised, all right. Especially when she threw me to the ground, and she did absolutely nothing the 5 minutes that she was in court.
Well, if you had read the postcard, you would fucking know. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that it sort of slipped out.
Ah, yes, I always assault people when I'm happy.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe we could stick to more traditional displays of emotion in the future? Weirdo?
Cece's train was late into London Victoria this morning, you see. But we made the coachman really whip the horses so she didn't miss the whole trial.
Was it Beppo, the coachman?
Yes.
It's fucking freezing in here. I was watching from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself. I just had to fucking throw you down.
Well, I'm glad he didn't.
I did. Oh,
Having you on my side in court gives me the strength I need to win. So, I'm, delighted to see you back in London, I guess.
oh, you're too kind, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm delighted to be here.
I'm sure you are.
Psych. I hope I can continue to be of service to you.
Of course. So, keep the abuse to the minimum. What's brought you
So
back?
when are you leaving?
Did Professor Mikotoba not protest?
Let's save all the conversation for when we're back at home, shall we? You know, I've made one of my most special blends for this special occasion. Oh, Iris, how wonderful. I can't wait.
Wanna let me in on that?
It's dirt and thistles.
Susato-san was back in London. It's hard to describe how happy that made me feel at the time, but despite my elation, our tale was about to take yet another extraordinary turn, like always. What, Sholmes dies or something?
Oh my god. Could you imagine? The next day, Sholmes was dead.
Damn it, I'm so bad at reading when these to be continues really show up.
You really are. We're like, alright guys, thanks for— oh, fuck.
Ah, shit. It makes me laugh when you guys are seeing these, because these are recorded so far in advance. So by the time you guys see this episode, it's probably going to be like fucking October.
It's gonna be
and
Christmas.
it's currently April.
No,
So,
I'm just kidding.
that's
Yeah.
funny.
God, October?
Yeah. it's
Oh wow,
gonna probably be a
October.
while. Oh, look at that.
23rd October, 2:41 p.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. Oh, this room! It's been too long. It hasn't changed in the slightest, though. There's still dust everywhere. And it's been some 6 months, hasn't it? That's a long time for things to stay so familiar.
I didn't know when you might return, and I wanted everything to be as you left it. But it has been some 6 months. It's true. Random pause.
It looks grody in here. So, is this your father all right? Oh, wait, what the fuck?
Is this
So
your
is
father?
Is this your father?
So is your father all right, Susie? What happened?
Can I go in your room now?
My father?
Yes, Professor Mikotoba. I mean, it was half a year ago, but that's why you went back to Japan. Because of the telegram you received saying he'd fallen ill with a very high fever for some unknown reason, that was actually a fucking
That
lie.
was a hell of a line.
That's right. So I was surprised to learn you'd be coming back so soon. Surprised but happy. I'm not. I think I wrote about it in my letter to you. That it was all a trick.
Give me the letter.
What?
My father's in fine health, and I'm obviously very relieved about that.
Well, we're all delighted to have you back.
It was quite by accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually. It's because of a very grand conference called the International Forensic Science Symposium.
The International Forensic... That's the same symposium Lord Strongheart mentioned.
Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound, and all that matters is I'm here now. After all, I haven't yet fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. Oh!
We'll do it. You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan.
Yes, of course I shall.
And there's one other thing. Something you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed my attention. What? We didn't get to read it?
I know, what the hell?
Rino, what the hell? About you-know-who. About Kazuma, who died.
Nor.
I know. I'll tell you all that I can.
Yeah, that's great. Anyway.
Oh shit.
You see? I've been keeping my desk beautifully covered in papers as always.
You really must tidy it all up, Mr. Naruhodo. No more excuses.
Yeah, because now you're here to beat my ass.
I know.
Miss
literally.
Susato, the way I see it, all these papers building up on my desk like this are a reminder of my wonderfully diverse daily life. I like to leave them as they are, so I never forget how lucky I am to have such varied experiences. It's great.
In that case, you should definitely have a thorough tidy. Then you'll be able to see your papers building up all over again and feel that joy renewed.
Still can't beat her in an argument, even though I'm the lawyer here. Asshole.
What the fuck? I see your Daruma still only has one eye filled in.
Well, we agreed that it's something we do together, didn't we? We could do it right now if you like. I'd be happy with that.
I rather like the anticipation, I think, Mr. Naruhodo.
You will never be a lawyer. Say,
You have water gently boiling on the stove, I see.
it feels wrong somehow if I can't hear the water bubbling away, and then I pour it into my mouth.
What the
We have
fuck
plenty
is
of
wrong with
logs. It's not like we have to worry about paying for gas.
you? It's important to open the window for fresh air when the fire's burning, though. You can't keep it closed just because it's cold outside. It could be a matter of life and death.
Okay, Mom. Avoiding the freezing winter air is a matter of life and death, too, if you ask me.
Oh well. Perhaps a nice cup of tea will warm you up later.
Sure.
Or die. What? Or it will kill you.
Thinking back, that spade's been in here since we first moved in, hasn't it? The spade.
I'm sure I've told you before, Mr. Naruhodo. It's not a spade, it's a shovel.
No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade.
And your head is for smacking, you stupid idiot. No, spades are for digging.
Hey.
That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel.
The Great Spade Shovel War rages on.
It's a pen
Like the
case.
stepladder and ladder.
Real.
It's a pen case.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to making you some tea again, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah, now hop to it.
What the fuck?
Which you think I wouldn't like, given that I'm not keen on bitter flavors. But it's Susato-san's thing.
Could you imagine if Naruhodo said that? Yeah, no,
He'd get
hop
his
to
ass
it.
beat.
I'd be fucking floored. I'd be like, what the hell?
And it's amazing what a little cake or something on the side can do. Cake.
Cake.
I would dearly love to serve you some sort of Japanese sweet alongside your matcha green tea.
Matcha.
But I suppose that's simply not possible given how long we've been staying here in London.
We? Well, I do
Oh.
like the little chocolates put with my tea. They go wonderfully.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, you would, wouldn't you?
Why is that one so aggressive with the question
That
mark
gives me a
and the
warm
exclamation
outside for
point?
some reason. The
You
hell is
would like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, listen to your pal.
Oh, hello.
No, Iris just standing there
I
staring off into
know,
nothing.
like, what the hell?
Your room through there should be exactly as you left it. I've still never been inside. I've never been invited. I want to be.
And you still won't. Of course not. Only Iris is allowed in my room.
Well, I've been in your room.
What?
No doubt I'll be hearing you two giggling away in there again, man. Shom
Wonder
just,
what they talk
Shomes
about in
just
there.
comes out.
Yeah,
Hello.
he's like,
oh shit. Macy Susato. Oh no.
Oh, no.
I left your desk completely untouched, Miss Susato, so it would be ready for you whenever you return.
It's beautifully clean. There isn't a speck of dust on it anywhere. You've been cleaning in my absence, Mr. Naruhodo. Whatever next?
Well, I couldn't let my great assistant's desk to sit there gathering dust, could I?
It really is exactly as it was when I left. I'm so touched.
Why the hell are you crying? It's not that serious.
But sadly, your desk is also exactly as it was too.
Lay off. Well, that's how it should be after all. My desk.
Oh dear, I'd forgotten how that clean-cut smile can be so disarming.
I'm quite the charmer.
I'm a disarming.
Why are you here? Give me my letter. I want to read it.
Must be about a year ago now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I called it The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Ah, yes, the part where, Hatch, I think, was gonna kill himself.
Oh, yeah.
But then Mr. Shomes forbade you from publishing it, and put the manuscript somewhere nobody could get their hands on it.
On the top shelf, because I'm fucking short. So nobody knows anything about it apart from Hurley and I. But for some reason, you knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie?
Why'd you just start randomly crying for 2 seconds?
Oh, it sounds so exciting! The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it. And you wouldn't tell me how you'd come to know it.
I never will.
Yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain it one day, didn't I? I think it's time.
Oh shit.
Oh!
I hope I don't get locked out of any dialogue options.
Yeah, that would suck.
I'm only sorry I've had to keep it from you for so long, Iris. Yeah, me too, the fuck?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Oh. And now you'll never know.
Wait, did I examine the stairs?
No.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Well, Sato, now you can filter the fucking water.
Thank God. I'm so pleased to see all of our sea creatures doing so well in the aquarium. I thought you would have killed them all by now.
Oh, well, I don't know how they're doing so well considering there's no water.
What?
Yes, the prawns are still swimming and the anemones are still swaying. Obviously, I've been looking after them carefully. At first, I used to drool whenever I looked at those juicy prawns, but not anymore. They're like part of the family now. We got Bingle
Ew,
and...
so they're...
I don't know who the other one is.
You got Bingle? So they're just swimming in spit. It's not even actually water.
That's disgusting.
I know.
I don't suppose they'll ever know how close they were to meeting their maker, your mouth.
Yep. Alright. No. Oh, wait.
Sorry.
Damn!
Back in
so
the
many
brain?
dialogue options. I got 5. Well, before we do that...
You're still taking good care of that armband, I see. I'm so pleased.
Well, yes, it feels like I wouldn't be with me without it now, to be honest.
Oh dear, there seems to be a thread coming loose just there, look. Let me pull it. I'd only be too happy to mend it for you, Mr. Naruhodo.
So don't get too happy. Oh, thank you. I must have scraped it against something again. I'm always doing that.
I'm such a klutz.
Probably scraped it against Sholmes' forehead.
Then take
When I
better
punched him.
care of it, please.
It was all going so well until I ruined it.
Damn it.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
About this paper, Susato. You see about the lost cat?
Yes, it's lost. It's all about the great exhibition. I've been dreaming about it, you know.
I was sorry that you were going to miss it when you were called back to Japan.
Well, now you're definitely gonna miss it. It's a fucking ongoing crime scene.
Yeah.
So was I. I felt desperately unlucky. But here I am, back in London while it's underway. It's a dream come true.
Perhaps you're not as unlucky as you thought then.
Once we've helped Professor Hairbrain out of this terrible situation, we should all explore it together. And of course, we must invite the Professor's good friend Lord Von Seeks as well.
What? He's a
Your
freaking
luck might not stretch that
wet
far.
noodle.
Pretty sure he hates us both.
Literally.
Mr. Sato, do you see this?
You have such great expectation in your eyes, Mr. Naruhodo. But I'm afraid nothing particularly useful comes to mind at all.
Oh, sorry. I'm not sure what I was expecting, really. Useless.
What?
It sure would be sad if we lost a lawyer.
Yeah, you're the only lawyer here.
Alright. That's that.
What if I shoot you?
This was used to shoot down the balloon, wasn't it?
Yes, with a flaming arrow. It's quite a formidable weapon. I still hold it's the screwdriver.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm quite accomplished with a longbow myself, you know.
No, really?
If you were to balance an apple on your head, Mr. Naruhodo,
I'd hit you square in the forehead.
I'd kill you for sure. I'm quite confident I could hit it from a good 50 meters away.
Quite confident, you say? Does the apple necessarily have to be on my head? Put it on Gregson's. What do you think of this photo? Look at this graph!
Look at this graph.
Alright, that's a no. How about this? How about Andrew? No. Nothing about Andrew, huh?
Nothing.
And nothing. Alright, finally got everything. Alright, well, hopefully talking to her will not progress, like, until we talk to Iris.
Back in Britain.
When I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain. But curiously, after that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely.
The awful trial? Oh, yes. For the murder of Giselle Brett. Thank God, I frickin' hated her.
You dressed as a man then, didn't you, Cece? Oh, well, yes. Since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice. Wow, amazing! I wish I'd seen it, don't you, Runo?
Yes, I suppose so.
I want to play at being a lawyer now. I could wear a false moustache, maybe.
I don't think any mustache can hide the fact that you're just 10 years old, Iris. There's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Mr. Sato. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikotoba summoned you back to Japan. You said in your letter that it was something to do with that convex loot we found in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Selden?
That's right. The very very large dog collar we found with the bee emblem on it. It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in the report he submitted about his time in Britain. I understand that when Father saw the report, he turned as white as a sheet.
To the spirit world.
Real.
Why would that be then?
I don't freaking know. Father came to Britain himself, of course, to study. It was some time ago now, but he stayed for 6 years. I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find the answers for myself. And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets.
Yeah, you better not.
Oh, Susie!
That's a very meaningful look Susato sounds to me, Iris there. Forensic Science Symposium. Lord Strongheart mentioned something about that symposium, too. I think he said that investigative authorities from 40 different countries would attend.
Yes, and from Japan, my father and Judge Jigoku have been invited.
Goku?
Whoa, Goku? It's something of an honor, I believe.
Well, Professor Mikotoba is the leading expert in forensic medicine.
Medicine.
Yep, medicine from our country, after all. But who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, you say?
Yes, His Excellency Judge Seishiro Jigoku. You've met him, Mr. Naruhodo. Last year, in the Supreme Court. You can't possibly have forgotten.
I don't know the fucker by name.
That terrible trial of yours, when you were accused of being a dumbass. I mean, a murderer.
Yeah. I try to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days. Hello.
Hi. Well, it was Judge Jigoku who presided over that trial.
That's crazy. I didn't know he had a name.
If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy never to see that man's face again in my entire life.
Oh, well, anyway, as Father was invited to the symposium, he agreed for me to return to Britain, too. He won't actually arrive until next month, but, well, I couldn't wait. So I pleaded with him, and in the end he agreed with me fucking leaving. I said bye.
Bye. Yes, about the symposium. It seems as though Lord Strongheart has put in an awful lot of work to make it happen. It's obviously very important.
I believe it is, yes. As I understand it, Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself. I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General.
Oh, is that so? That only makes me more
Interesting.
suspicious of him.
I know, literally.
The most senior position in the British justice system.
Yeah,
I
this
forget,
dude
what
is
is
the
he?
villain.
What is he now?
Stupid.
Lord Chief Justice, okay.
Oh, yeah, that too.
He's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest police.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, he's
Policing
Gant. He's
institution.
Gant. I'm calling
He
it. There's no
literally
way
is.
he isn't.
That's what Father said anyway. Apparently it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition.
Because, like, this is just giving me flashbacks to when Gant was like, oh, by the way, like, the whole murder I committed doesn't even matter, because I was set to become appointed to chief of police anyway.
Yeah, literally.
Like, I don't know. It just sped up the process. Does Professor Mikotoba know Lord Strongheart personally, then, I wonder? Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech all about this very subject only yesterday. Lasted about 24 hours. But I sort of lost the will to live early on and didn't really listen to much of it.
What the hell? That's a screenshot right there. But I sort of lost the will to live. Thanks.
That's something I'd say.
I know, right?
How trying for you.
At least act like you care.
She don't.
Giselle Brett. More like Giselle Biatch. The
Yeah.
woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongly accused of a crime I didn't commit, and she was racist.
Tell me why for some reason you said that and my brain went Giselle Britch.
Bridge.
I don't
Binch.
know why. Binch?
The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson. Watson. Yes, Giselle Brett. That's the name I won't forget as long as I live.
My fucking thing cut out on Discord, so it was like Giselle Burr.
Bert.
The extraordinary thing is, though, it seems it's a name we should all forget.
Trust me, that I won't lie, that first case in the first game was so unbelievably long. It's probably one of my least favorite first cases. It
Oh, really?
dragged. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so freaking long. Sorry?
Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett. But it turns out that an Englishwoman by the name of Giselle Brett didn't actually
What?
exist.
What the hell?
Didn't exist. But how can that be? This really is the episode of hallucinations.
I know. I'm like, what the fuck? Hallucination is the name of the game.
It was a
What?
pseudonym. Her real name was Shin, and she wasn't a visiting student either. That was a front.
Shin Tsukimi.
Shin
A
Tsukimi.
front? Who on earth was she then?
A ghost. Miss A. Shin. Her name is literally all our intelligence services have been able to ascertain about her.
Who is
Miss
she?
Miss Shin?
Mrs. Shin. Miss Shin. Miss Shin.
Is that supposed to be a play on maybe like missing or missing her shins? Like I don't know. I don't know if there's like supposed to be a pun there or
I don't either. I just like, what is
Miss
Mr.
A
Shin?
Shin
What's a Mr. Shin?
or mission? Like maybe she was on
Oh.
a mission. I don't know.
Miss Shin.
Nobody knows why or even how she came to be in Japan.
Well, I still hate her, so.
It's a complete mystery.
But that makes no sense. It's no easy task to just be accepted as a foreign student anywhere. What could the woman have been up to?
I'm afraid I really don't know. The only thing we can be sure of
Maybe Many Memo will show up and be like, here's what really happened.
What really happened?
is that she had some business in our country that we don't understand yet.
Oh, you mixed up those words, huh?
I really did. I flipped them around.
And now she's been killed. Good riddance.
Damn.
All the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered. What the frick?
I'm afraid so.
A Shin. Who on earth was she? And why do I feel as though I've heard that name before somewhere? Really?
That's also crazy.
A Shin? The only thing I can think of is maybe at the end of Case 5 when they were like decoding, I don't know if it was Morse code or like they were decoding something and they would start listing a bunch of letters. I know Asogi was one. I wonder if A Shin was the other. That's the only reason I can think of why you'd say it. I think I've heard that name before.
Right.
After my friend Ray's trial, the reporter who actually killed Miss Brett said something very strange.
God, this was so long ago. This was last year when we played.
That's crazy. Oh, I forgot about him.
I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on. In that visiting student's fate. I used random words like junket. Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know that guy never made it to England, that he died on the steamship, and that he'll never, ever get to do anything ever again.
Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at the time. But later, I visited the man in his prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Kazuma-sama.
And what did you learn?
That he was full of shit.
And that he was a crackhead.
Oh my god.
After he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been unladen at the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consulate staff there. Jesus Christ.
Should have been.
Well, it turns out that his body never arrived.
That's crazy.
It just disappeared.
What? Kazuma's body vanished?
Oh.
They threw him into the water.
Our government tried to cover up the fact, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs by our hometown. Except Kazuma-sama isn't there.
Did Professor Mikotoba know about this?
Yes, it would seem that he did.
Why would they want to cover that up, though?
I know.
But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma-sama's body as we speak.
I just don't believe it. And what is this acute feeling of apprehension I have all of a sudden?
The Kazuma mystery.
I really hope this doesn't continue the freaking game. So I'm gonna play it safe and save first, just in case it doesn't let me talk to Iris. Yeah, too bad. God, December of 2023. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Alright. Thinking back now, some of the things that happened on the SS Beria were definitely strange. I mean, after he died, we never saw his body again, did we?
Yeah, they really just said, okay, bye.
Yeah. Could it be? Could it be that he's actually still alive?
Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Just thinking about the possibility pains me so very much.
But if he is alive, like, why would he hide, or, like, what conspiracy is bro involved in that he's like, I'm gonna fake my death?
Yeah, I mean, unless he wanted people to forget about him.
Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo.
Because, like, I mean, obviously we never saw the moment of his death, so we can't really prove that it was really fake, real or fake, but...
Right.
When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he?
Okay, but we didn't have a coroner on board.
And he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly.
You're right. Unless Sholmes is a liar.
I'm left.
Yes, you're learning. So if Cosma hadn't actually been dead at all, it would mean that Mr. Sholmes had lied to us.
But there's no reason why he would possibly have done such a thing.
No, maybe he just didn't like us. It's not like we knew him for very long. I suppose that's true, yes. Something weird is going on.
The idea that he might still be alive somewhere. It wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it. Because if it turned out to not be true...
Well, if it turns out to be true, then I'm gonna beat his fucking ass.
Then I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again.
And then you would get arrested.
Yeah, that too. I'm terrified of what that might do to me.
Oh, Miss Susato, I'll probably just kill myself, so it's okay. I know she's given the idea the thought it deserves. It's Susato-san we're talking about, after all. Not me.
Not
So I
me.
probably shouldn't push it now.
Oh god, why?
Kazuma!
Anyway, I'm
Alright,
over
okay.
it now.
Anyway, Iris, sorry for, like,
Yeah,
thrusting you
what the fuck?
aside. Alright, now we can talk about the Hound of the Baskervilles.
Yay! It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study and I saw something on writing in his desk.
What the fuck?
On
I saw
writing.
something on his writing desk.
A large box of papers. There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, "Load of shit."
The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Load of shit, I heard of that one. What?
Yeah.
My Baskerville story? Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and...
Susato, what are you doing?
What does it fucking matter, Dad? Oh, Father.
Did you look at those papers?
No, I simply read the label, that's all.
I have to kill you.
What?
Well, put it out of your mind.
Sorry?
Forget that you ever saw it, and certainly don't tell anybody else about this. Do you understand?
Yes, Father, I will rip my brain out of my skull.
But
And then I died.
What the? Ew! What was Iris' manuscript doing in Japan?
I have no idea, dude. I have no fucking clue.
When I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, I was like, what the hell? The title just slipped out. As did my brain. I would have never guessed. That it was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Sholmes' exploits.
What?
Holy shit! When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain. But he refused to answer any of my questions.
Asshole.
And there was no sign of the big box in his office. That's really all I know about it. I've no doubt that Father has a very good reason for being so secretive about it, but still. I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you.
Weird.
Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. I've committed every detail about the case to memory.
Well, at least you're being more useful than Maya.
Yeah, Maya's just an idiot.
Maya's
her,
just
though.
there. Yeah, we love
She's
her.
just like, wow!
And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well.
So, you're fully abreast of the situation already, Mr. Sato? I expect nothing less, to be honest.
Oh, I'm abreast, all right. I would think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Drebber. The engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick.
Yes, a conjurer of sorts by the sound of it, well known in his fields of science and magic.
Then we need to go and arrest him.
Well, yeah. He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree we really do need to find the man.
It sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police, or a great detective.
Oh god. Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh, you're not coming today?
I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for a herb market. But let me know later how you got on, won't you?
Okay, I guess that's that.
Yeah, she said I got better things to do.
That was a little abrupt. Pull up the herb market must be strong. I know what kind of goodies they have.
Yiddies.
Alright, and I think this is the perfect place to wrap up this episode. So next time on the Great Ace Attorney Resolve, we're gonna go speak with Enoch Drebber, figure out what his involvement was with this case.
And then kill him and arrest him. Or, sorry, arrest him and then kill him.
No, we're gonna kill him and then arrest his body.
Yes.
So, as always, if you enjoyed, want to show some love and support with the series and the channel, you know what to do. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next episode.
Next episode.